Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagra Jatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमस्ते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी विषमानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वंशा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 chill you है ना they can reduce I told them so our whole Nartambu send a message about Ayodhya no Ayodhya he sent already okay. I just told casually I was not referring it as a topic yesterday's Advaita Acharya I forgot that so we know our whole nation is going through a very strong wave what is that huh Hmm. I generally don't sing anything, but this time that whole bhajan because last 2 3 days I'm singing this. I was in Ayodhya for 5 days. That whole Ayodhya they singing that whole what we call bunga. It is there and Rama Gaya. And I am also singing because I've been hearing it last 6 days continuously. You know, and beautiful Ram bhajans throughout the day. And then even there throughout the day, Ram bhajans going on. So it is a very. I would suggest that this year we should have Ayodhya Yatra. Somewhere, whenever possible, we should go for Ayodhya Yatra. It's very special. Uh, very special experience. First, I was supposed to be there on 22nd, but I just missed it for some reason. And when I saw what happened, how many of you were online watching Ram Lala's this thing? Almost everyone watching live, no? So it was very historic actually. Until you saw people coming and all this dignitaries coming. It was all fine. It was all, oh yeah, it's amazing, this and that. Until actually the deity manifested themselves, until the deity. When the deities appeared, it was like, my goodness. I was contemplating, I was just thinking that only when the Lord is pleased and very happy, he makes a human being an instrument for himself to manifest like this. You know, only when the Lord is pleased, such an event happens in the history. In the history, such an event happens. Otherwise, it is just impossible to imagine such a thing. And I was just talking to devotees because the wave was so strong about 22nd of January. It was so strong. The whole it's like If you read in the Bhagavatam, you just hear that when Krishna manifested, or before his manifestation, or right on his manifestation, or Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, you know, everyone's mind and heart was happy. You read in the Bhagavatam, everyone's minds were very happy, and very much in, ullasa. It is right written, ullasa. Everyone's mind is happy, and we have just read it, and we speak about it because some of us in the temple and some ISKCON followers and Krishna Bhaktas are happy on the day of Janmashtami. Isn't it true? But this was an event where we could actually feel it. In fact, I was talking to devotees. I talked to Narottam Prabhu also that if you read the section of Prithu Maharaj, when Prithu Maharaj was performing Ashwamedh Yagya, that's when you hear, all kind of personalities they manifested there. The demigods came, the rishis came, the sages manifested, the ministers were there, all class of people were there. And this only you read in the scriptures. But on the 22nd of January, when Lord appeared, you could see the top business class, the celebrities, the sadhus and rishis, the bureaucrats, the managers, everyone was there practically. Every class of people was there. And I was just thinking, maybe you never get to see such a such a vision actually. All of them, why they will come together? Why they will come together? It's not. We never. I think maybe in the last at least a couple of 100 years of history where we never hear all these kind of people come together. Even in the 15th August and 26th January also, it's very select. Not all class of people are there, but you could see when Lord Rama appeared, all class of people on an equal platform. You know, all class of people equal platform. Everyone was on equal platform, waiting there for the Lord to appear. These kind of events, you only when the Lord is pleased, actually this happens. And it is also said that the human beings who are very fortunate also become a part of it. The human race, or you call the human generation, which is very fortunate, uh, will be a part of it. Matlab, will be present on the planet when such a historic event happens. I was telling sometimes we ISKCON devotees, we are in our own arrogance. Pran Pratishtha kar rahe hain, mandir khol rahe hain, We do open temples, but this was an historic temple opening. Isn't it? Sometimes we sit in our own arrogance that hum log bhagat hai because we are shaven head, but the Lord can make anyone into you. What you need is a determination, sincerity, and selfless sacrifice. If one is determined, sincere and selflessly sacrificing. Because as days were coming closer, everyone was doing research on Ram Mandir, RSS, Sangh Parivar, but when you read the sacrifice, people have. Today someone takes a gun and come inside, we'll all jump, break the windows and jump off. All of us will jump off from the windows from here. And we here in Ayodhya, people were ready to take the bullets and die to bring Lord Ram. It requires devotion and love to the Lord to be ready. There was some of it appears to be patriotic, but it also is devotion to Lord Rama, emotion to Lord Rama, because there were patriotists and also sadhus involved in this actually. I heard one lady, her name is Sadhvi Ritambra. You heard her? Oh, she'll have for one day only, I felt what am I doing here? I should have been there. Only one day. After next day I was fine. But when I heard her speaking, I was very this thing. Mesmerized the way she was talking. She was underground. She was beaten. Her body bone was broken, and she was telling that they could physically break us, but not mentally. Our determination was very high, and we were beyond body to get Lord Ram Lala. And she told one very nice slogan, which was very nice. She said from Ramayana, she told one pastime. She said, when Lord Ramachandra and Lakshman they reached Lanka, when they reached Lanka, so Lakshman was very mesmerized seeing the beauty of Lanka. Because everything gold. And within the, see, gold itself shines. And within the gold there were diamonds and pearls, they were also shining. And Lakshman was telling Lord Rama, look at, he said, my Lord, look at, so, देखो ये सोने की लंका. He said, रावण की सोने की लंका देखो प्रभु. And Lord Rama looks at the Lanka and he tells that मुझे नहीं चाहिए सोने की लंका. मुझे तो सिर्फ दो ही चीज प्रिय है, मेरी जननी सीता और मेरी जन्मभूमि अयोध्या. And this lady preaches, how could we deprive our Lord from his Janambhumi? That's why we were ready to lay down our life. Many of us have died to bring our Lord back to his, Janambhumi. When I heard that, my eyes had stood, because of course we are a Sankirtan mission. We do also have a mission, but in the current situation in India where we are, we don't have that kind of risk. If we go to Pakistan to preach, that's a different ball game altogether. Then we will understand how much preachers we are. Prabhupada disciples went. Srila Prabhupada disciples went. All what we miss is those days, the spirit of those days. Prabhupada said, no, those who go and preach in Pakistan, I will personally take home back. I will take their dust of their feet on my head and personally take them back home, back to Godhead. And Prabhupada disciple, Gargamuni Prabhu and Brahmananda Swami, they went to Pakistan, East Pakistan and West Pakistan. One went to Bangladesh, other goes to Pakistan to preach. So Srila Prabhupada, of course, missionaries, his disciples were like this. So, and this whole wave was there of Ayodhya, and whole country was into it completely. Even now, DT installation, and actually, Srila Prabhupada mentions that Shivaji Maharaj is the last Rajarishi. No? Shivaji Maharaj is the last Rajarishi. Apparently, that day, the person who was there on the dais, he glorifies Shivaji Maharaj. Yeah, you saw that? How many of you seen that speech? No? Glorifies Shivaji Maharaj. And he compares to Modi. He compares it to Modi. He said that in the history, I only remember one king. And that history I'm able to see today, witness in my own eyes. He said Shivaji Maharaj was the king and he had gone to one of the Jyotirling in South India, I forgot the temple. So he had gone for darshan there. And he was so mesmerized taking the darshan of Lord Shiva and the temple that he met the priest and he begged the priest that, look, I feel I am born to serve Lord Shiva and be in the temple and become a sadhu. And please accept me, kingdom is not something I have interest in. So the priest, the sadhu preaches him that no, and the ministers also together preach him and him that aap apna raj dharma nibhao. You go and fulfill your dharma as a king. And Shivaji Maharaj comes back and he's very famous because he was very, very principled. Very, very principled king in the history. One of the most principled king. Very philosophical, spiritual. Very, very spiritual. You know the reason why he was spiritual? Anyone knows? Huh? Because Shivaji Maharaj, there was a danger that he would be killed if he goes somewhere for education. So his mother, out of that fear, she educated him in the house only, with her only, and she just till the age of 14, she only read him Mahabharata and Ramayana repeatedly. Mahabharata completed, again read Ramayana. When Ramayana completed, again read Mahabharata. And that was education of Shivaji Maharaj. That was education of Shivaji Maharaj. Of course, he was comparing that he had the whole kingdom and he was chosen by the Lord to do something. Similarly, our Prime Minister today has been really chosen by the Lord to do something like this. Otherwise, it doesn't happen. Because we ISKCON devotees, we already have we have such a nice philosophy to connect that how we are the cause for something good happening in the world. But this was beyond, no, isn't it? Yeah, rain is falling because we are doing kirtan like that. So, but actually, really, this was something beyond of all these things what we experienced, especially when the DTs cut the DTs, open, and I though went there and I was like, my God, it was like what they have done. If you go to Ayodhya, you will be. Yeah, you can share my video which I have sent to this devotees all over the group. I was there day and night. We were doing Harinam. I went there. I saw the Ayodhya situation. I said, look, this is the time we should spend time here. We should do Harinam. Myself, Nitai Jivan, Chaitanya Thakur was there. I said, all of you know traveling Sankirtan party? I had called the traveling Sankirtan party. All 25 devotees took a flight and reached there immediately. In last 7 days, we did 5 days, 5 to 6 days. Every day we were doing Harinam on the streets of Ayodhya. On the streets of every day we were doing Ayodhya. And actually, when I was contemplating, I was saying such strong emotions are there. Why? See, uh, we read Ramayana, and there is so much uh, emotions, so much sacrifice, so much love, you know, is described. And we see it is said by hearing we develop attachment by hearing constantly. But you see, our generation has come out from at least I remember very strongly that this Ramanand Sagar's Ramayana serial. How many of were? I mean, India used to close, no? You remember, India used to close. The whole India used to close without announcement that बंद है. अपने आप बंद हो जाता है. It was Saturday evening, I guess. Sunday evening. Sunday morning, no? Sunday morning, 9 to 10. I guess 9 to 10. The whole country used to close, completely closed down. And I used to like the main part. But I used to see my father and mother and my uncle and aunts all crying. Crying only. You know, after I, become a devotee, then again I saw it, then I understood that how deep emotions it has. Now when you see, it's like everyone wants to give up for Lord Rama. Everyone is ready to sacrifice, and Lord Rama is ready to sacrifice everything. So when you see that love, that selflessness, that Maryada, and we all have actually why there is such an emotion, no? Because Ram Rajya is glorified so much, and we have seen. But you see, we have heard about Krishna. We went to Vrindavan, isn't it? We have seen the Rath Yatra. We went to Jagannath Puri, isn't it? We heard about Tirupati. We went to Balaji. But you have seen Ramayana, you heard about Lord Rama, you celebrated Ram Janambhumi several years, Ram Navami. But there is no dham and Lord doesn't there is not there in his dham. In fact, Narottam Prabhu was sharing with me, and now if he goes, he will realize it also. And he goes, Chaitanya Avatar Prabhu was with me. He said, before I have never been. How many of you been to Ayodhya before? Yeah. Those who have been there, they can actually, if you go now, you will be able to connect. I went now. I didn't go before. But it is said that small deity of Ram Lala was there, which you have to search in that room. You know, small deity of Lord Ram Lala would be there, which you have to search in that room. Tent, that also tent with them. All commandos, gunmen, and the sandbags, all sandbags, you have to search. And after seeing that, you have to preach, you have to get this emotion and pray that Ram Janam Bhumi mein main hu, it will be very pathetic, So, Ram glories are there. We have heard about him, read about him, but Lord Ramachandra's place was missing. So when this deity manifested, the temple manifested there, those, because whole nation saw Ramayana, Ramanand Sagars, and heard about it, and then this time Lord Ramchandra coming and manifesting the deity form was very, very ecstatic, very, very. And if you go and see the deity, it is so beautiful. Because so much sacrifice is there. 500 years. Actually, before going, I read a little bit about the 500 years of sacrifice. It is not that in 1990 there was some shootout and a lot of car sevak were killed in Ayodhya. You know that? And a lot of car sevaks were killed. If you go there, there is one car sevak, smart, I don't remember the name. Some few thousand, 10, 15, 25,000 car sevaks were living there in one junction of Ayodhya only near to the temple. And they were living there to make sure that some decision is taken. So the demonic government at that time, they cut the electricity, food and water supply to that place, and put police and surrounded them there. And they wanted to run out, they shot them. Like that, people died. This is the nothing. This is the just we have heard. If you go to the history, from 500 years after the original Lam Lala deity was broken, there has been consistent battles where saintly kings and sadhus and even Sikhs, they went with thousands of soldiers, not like 30,000 soldiers went to reestablish our temple and all of them died. If you go to the history, you'll hear that. 60,000 Sikhs went to fight the Mughals to establish Ram Janambhoomi, and they were all killed. It is unimaginable for us to think. We to just, one temple we will build and whole life we will speak about it. But when you go there, when you connect to the history, and then when you take darshan of the Lord like this, it's very, very special. And then whatever you read in Ramayana, all the places are around. All the beautiful places are around in Ayodhya. Like we go to, and they are establishing Ayodhya Parikrama. 84 Kos Yatra is there in Ayodhya. They are establishing that in Ayodhya. All the kundas are there. They are re-establishing that kundas. It is surprising to hear that even a group of sadhus have been working 30 years before. As per Ramayana, there are certain South Indian and North Indian, the various versions of Ramayana where there is descriptions of from Ayodhya, Ram Janambhoomi, which kund, which place, which Ramchandra's pastimes are where. So they they thought only the decision was the temple will be made here. But these people are so smart, they have already round all the area and I told that you have to vacate and people have to move 300 kilometers to diameters, like 80 kilometer diameter, people have to move out. All the Ramchandra's places of his pastimes will be established. Will be established there. When you go there, you see that all that, and you can even if you see the temple, how beautiful it is. Temple is so beautiful. Everyone should go this year only. And within the impact of Lord Ram and his life is so much. You can see people from, I mean, the devotion we see in Puri. Generally, we see in Puri, the Puri. This time, you're there, Ulta Rath? No, Ulta Rath. Rath Yatra, we have been there. The kind of public, our a group of devotees from Odisha came. अरे ऐसा लग रहा है कि हम लोग रथ यात्रा में आ गए. And then Gauranga Prabhu sir came, and he was taking around in the night. He felt the same thing. Next day, I told the same thing in the class. Monday before me class, he told the same thing. इसे ऐसा लग रहा है कि कुंभ मेला में आ गए सर. How many of you been to Kumbh Mela? Oh, this time Mahakumbh is there, 2025. Everyone should make. You should make it to Kumbh Mela. Isn't it? Somehow or other you should make it to Kumbh Mela. Because if you go to Kumbh Mela, two things will happen. One thing, you will come to know that how pious the Bharat Bhumi is. You will come to know the land of God, the land of religion, the land of spirituality is India, Bharat Bhumi. And second thing you will come to know if you go there, what is the second thing? Anyone can guess? The second thing you come to know if you go there? Huh? That so yes, that is included in the first thing only. The second thing you come to know is how Srila Prabhupada saved us. The second thing you come to know is how Srila Prabhupada saved us. Because there are bona fide spiritual paths which are there also, but there are speculative spiritual paths which are unlimited. You remember? Hmm? Yeah, yeah. Oh my God. You know, yes. 2000, I went in 2012 and 2009. 2012 was 2013. 2013 was Mahakumbh. After 12 years, it comes again. This coming 2020. So I was there in 2013, and then 2019 there was Ardhakumbh in Allahabad. So we had gone. Our traveling Sankirtan party has gone. So 2019, though I was alone, spending time in the evenings walking around, 4 hours. You know, there was one sadhu, and he's very very worshipped, and people are just coming to take darshan of him. Reason? He has his right hand up for last 10 years. He doesn't have any philosophy and he doesn't teach anything. But his hand is up while sleeping, also sleep like this. In his hand, one hand is up for last 13, 15 years like that. And then there was one Baba whose beards were coming down on the floor and spread around. And people were just coming to worship him. And there was one Baba who would come evening 1 hour and there were really arrows. You remember that? Nails. You remember nails? So he would come out. We didn't see that. I could not see that. There would be hot koila, what we call? Hot coal. Hot coal. And then above that, there would be some pointed nails. And that Baba comes in the evening for few hours and sits on that. Sits on that. And, and the, you you cannot imagine what kind of spiritual paths have been created by humanity. You can imagine. All are there. When you see all that, you know, huh? Oh, Naga Babus, of course, they are bona fide. They are bona fide. They're kind of they are tapasvis and you know austere sages. There are some bona fide, but unbona fide, those are just speculative religion. This is this joke when you go there. So we went there, and then 2013 we saw a little bit, but 2019 I would spend a lot of time, and then I thought, my God, actually Srila Prabhupada saved us. And you should see the crowd, people, and I mean another thing what you can see is that devotion of people. Uh, Another thing I remember is announcements. People say, no, you hear that, no? कुंभ के मेले में घूम गए थे हम लोग. It is actually true. You go there, and people are, the small villages people. They actually saw, no? You saw that time. Did you see that time? Ah, one you didn't. I'm telling you, we saw it practically. A small boy's पैंट का बेल्ट का हुक होता है ना, उसमें मदर ने अपना साड़ी बांधा है, फिर उसने हस्बैंड ने उसको बांधा है बेल्ट से अपने. That they are walking. It is like that. It's very vast actually. And there will be announcements suddenly in between whole day. मनोज की अम्मा, सोनू के पापा, हम लोग वेट कर रहे हैं आपका, continuous. And why I'm telling you, this is what was going on in Ayodhya. We went to take bath, sprinkle some water in Sarayu Nadi, and there was continuous announcement like this. And you can see that culture, that people are not taking the husband's name, These are all village crowd, no? They're telling, they're telling like this, Manoj ki amma, husband is telling, wife is not calling the wife name, Manoj ki amma. We city people, for it is all fun, but you can see the culture there, devotion there. Uh, because I don't know, none of you have stayed in the Western world. Anyone has actually lived with Westerners? Anyone has spent some time in America and Europe? Where were you? 6 odd months. Who else spent that time in? Yeah. How long you're there? Okay, couple of weeks is not. Of course, you can see still. You 6 months in Seattle. Okay. See, the point is the Western world doesn't have culture. They don't have a culture only. There's no culture. One of our devotees, I was telling that, so the Western civilization is horrible. So one of our Prabhupada disciple, Bashukosh, that is no civilization. Don't call Western. It's an animal civilization, he says. It's an animal civilization because there's no culture. There's no culture at all. And people are, see, there is no family bonding like India. Of course, it's in the verge of deterioration in India also. The last verge is the nuclear families. When more and more jobs will be created, these nuclear families will also get over. Of course, if you go to the third city, still it's there. Third city, it is still there. People are cultured, living in a family. But the point, education system is such that पढ़ना लिखना है तो घर बार छोड़ना है सबसे पहले, क्योंकि छोटे गांव में कंपनी है नहीं, नौकरी के लिए उसको घर बार छोड़ना पड़ेगा, and then he'll get spoiled in the cities. But if you go to Kumbh Mela, you will see how people come. They you know they come in the morning. No, night they will come. Midnight they will start from their villages, and like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 10 hours drive. Morning they'll come, take bath in the river. One family member will with the clothes. Others will go bath, take bath in public toilet they will use, and take bath and take darshan and go back. Nothing. And I saw that, you saw, no? 5 days practically. Hundreds and thousands of people coming. One side people coming, other side people taking darshan and leaving. And we went on the bike, myself and Chaitanya. The bus stand is like, government has made pandal, big pandals, and all the states of UP and Bihar, big cities, and there were pandals. Lucknow के बस वाले यहाँ पर ठहरो, and they were all open. They could open when there was shed, and till the bus there, they would mention tomorrow morning this time this many buses are there. आपका बस जब आएगा आप उठ जाना, तब सो खाओ पियो जो करना करो. Like that government does, because people have shraddha. If we have to go today, I was just introspective. If we have to go, first we'll go to booking.com, isn't it true? And see the rooms and see the photos, and then we'll make sure, अरे ये फोटो में ऐसा है कि सच में ऐसा होगा. Wide angle photo, isn't it true? And then we'll see 16 mm, 23 mm, that room size, no? No, meter, right? The right meter. Then we'll see that attached toilet, bathroom, services. Nothing is there. All hotels are cheating. They'll show you on the booking.com something, there is nothing, and they'll say, Rehna to rehna, jana jao abhi rato raat. And it's so cold. It is so cold that you have to just live in whatever. If we have to go, isn't it true? अटैच बाथरूम टॉयलेट है क्या, मंदिर से कितना दूर है, कितना चलना पड़ेगा. At least we those who earn money, this is how they will go to a holy place, correct or not? When you go to this Kumbh Mela and this historic places, people are just walking and coming. People are just walking and coming. We went to this beautiful place called Chakra Tirth. It is a place, of course, this whole Ramayana you remember when you go that way, Ayodhya, because you've seen it, visually. So it's on the bank of Sarayu River. There is Haridev Mandir, Chakradev Mandir, and big Sarayu River. It's like an ocean. Now, that's where Lord Ramachandra, after Devi Sita departs. So Ramchandra also decides to leave the material world and go back to Saket, Golok Ayodhya. So when Lord Rama wanted to go there, so all the citizens of Ayodhya follow him, all the citizens. And then Lord Rama comes and he preaches to the citizens, but nobody wants to go. So it is said that few crores of population of Ayodhya, Lord Ramchandra from that point, that place, he takes them all together back to Ayodhya. That beautiful temple is there, very, very beautiful temple. And then one more very, very historic place is this Nandigram. You know Nandigram? That is a very, very beautiful place. Very, very. Uh, it is a place where Bharat Maharaj, the Bharat Maharaj, not the Bhagavatam, Lord Ramchandra's Bharat, he stayed there. He stayed there. Of course, I heard that when Lord Bharat heard about Lord Rama's pain and what austerity he's going through, when he meets him at Chitrakoot, after that he brings his paduka. So that's the place where Bharat kept the padukas of Lord Ramachandra and made them the representative of Lord Rama and the king of Ayodhya. And as a watchman and servant of Lord Rama, he was taking care of Ayodhya, staying there. And then when Lord Rama is coming back, he meets Bharat first there. So in that temple, there's a beautiful deity. Very, very. I have a photo. I'll share that also. Very beautiful deity. Bharat and Ram. I have never seen in my life a deity embracing each other and crying. So Ram and Bharat are embracing. देखा ना आपने? You didn't नहीं जा पाए. You went no. Okay. I also went very spontaneously, suddenly. So Lord Rama and Bharat, they are embracing each other and crying. And then there is a gufa. Bharat was being there. He said, my Lord, my Ramachandra used to sleep on the royal bed. And now he's sleeping on the floor, so I will be below floor. So Bharat Gufa is there. Bharat Gufa is there. And these places are not seen in Bharat Gufa is there. He's below the earth, sitting there, meditating there. Nicely. Beautiful deity is there. So these are all very beautiful places which are there all around Ayodhya actually. Many, many, many. Ram Kund is there. Bharat Kund is there. I was so just remembering whole Ramayana. And our senior leaders, our Sankirtan, our by Srila Prabhupada's mercy, ISKCON has a big kitchen there. Big kitchen. 10,000 devotees every day. Because see, all other spiritual organizations came there in Ayodhya and they were there for first few days and then everyone left. But people are coming crazy. Whole day people are coming. Fortunately, ISKCON India, we all together, we decided that we'll be there for 1 month and distribute prasadam, distribute books, and distribute holy name, distribute the holy name. So in Ayodhya, ISKCON has a food prasadam distribution stall to 3 prominent places where every day 12 to 10 to 12,000 people we are feeding prasadam and not normal prasadam, rice, dal, sabji, chapati and sweet, full plate. And then there are a group of devotees, like 300 devotees are staying in Ayodhya and it is very austere. There is no temple. It's only tents and tents and like chilled in the morning. It's chilled, the whole night you have to shiver. I lived in the tent. You also lived in that patra rooms and temporary toilets. And I did that. We did that in the ashram days, but though it was austere, but the mood was amazing. 300 devotees every day. And the best part is this. We had our Padiyatra. All of you know what a Padiyatra? ISKCON's Padiyatra you've seen, no? So our Padyatra Gaurnitai arrived there. Our Padyatra Gaurnitai arrived. Then I was reading one verse. I gave a class on one beautiful verse which was very connecting. This is verse number 9th canto, 10th verse, 51 shloka. 9, 10, 51. And apparently it was very historic because I'll tell you, in the purport it comes. Tretayam Vartamanayam. I'm just reading for myself only. Kala Krita Samo Bhavat. Rame Rajani Dharmagya. Sarvabhuta Shukhad Translation. Lord Ramchandra became the king during Treta Yuga. But because he is his good government, the age was like Satyuga. Everyone was religious and completely happy. Purport Prabhupada brings it to Lord Chaitanya Sankirtan mission. Amongst the four yugas, Satya, Treta, Dwapara and Kali, the Kali Yuga is the worst. But if the process of Varnashram Dharma is introduced, even in this age of Kali, the situation of Satyuga can be invoked. The Hare Krishna movement or the Krishna consciousness movement is meant for this purpose. Both the movements are there now, right? Both the movements are in Ayodhya, you know. कले कले दोष निधि राजन अस्तित है एक महद गुण कीर्तनादेव कृष्णस्य मुक्त संग param vrije. My dear king, although Kali Yuga is full of faults, there is still one good quality about this age. Simply by chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, one can become free from material bondage and be promoted to the transcendental kingdom. If people take this Sankirtan movement of chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, they will certainly be freed from all contamination of Kali Yuga, and the people of this age will be happy, as people were in Satyuga and the Golden Age. Any anyone anywhere can easily take to this Hare Krishna movement. One need only chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, observe the rules and regulations, stay free from contamination of sinful life. Even if one is sinful and cannot give up the sinful life immediately, if he chants Hare Krishna Mahamantra with devotion and faith, he will certainly be freed from all sinful activities and his life will be successful. Param Vijayate Shri Krishna. Now the last line, amazing. This is the blessings of Lord Ramachandra, who has appeared in this age of Kali as Gaura Sundar. So the amazing part is what, when we were planning our pandal, because I was just thinking which verse to, because told me to speak, they told me to give Bhagavatam class when I went there in Ayodhya. So there were like 300 devotees staying, they all do Mangalarti, all from different part of the country, some western devotees. So first day when my name was announced, the Bhima Prabhu came. Said Bhima Prabhu will give class. So Bhima Prabhu gave class. I said next day आप देना. I said ठीक है. Next day Gaurang Prabhu arrived. He gave class. You know. And I was thinking अबे Gaurang Prabhu हो गए, Bhima Prabhu जी अभी आप दे दो. मैं बोला अभी इन लोग दोनों देने का मैं क्या दूँ? What will I speak now after they have spoken? So I was thinking which verse to speak, where to speak from. मतलब कुछ तो देना पड़ेगा कि leader दिया. And our whole Sankirtan party is there. My own team is there. So I was searching and I came across this verse. And the best part is what, we decided when we were having our meeting, we decided that we will take Gaur Netai to Ayodhya, Indian leaders. We thought that we'll take Gaur Netai. So our Padyatra of UP was somewhere far away. So we brought them Gaur Nitai with the bullock cart to Ayodhya. And they arrived in Ayodhya. And every day with the bullock cart, Gaur Nitai raising their hand like this, that the main road which is there in Ayodhya, it's called Rampath. Rampath. Every day Gaur Nitai goes there with devotees dancing. And then our traveling Sankirtan policy also goes, does separate Kirtan. So on the Rampath road for last 1 month, three things are happening. Four things. Thousands of people coming for darshan every day. Thousands of plates of prasadam being distributed. That is Krishna prasadam. Every day 5 to 6 thousand Bhagavad Gita free being distributed. And every day continuously Gaur Nitai doing Harinam. Every day. So now here this it is mentioned in this purport. Even if one is sinful and cannot give up the sinful life immediately, if he chants the Hare Krishna mantra with devotion and faith, will certainly be freed from sinful activities and his life will become successful. Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. This is the blessings of Lord Ramchandra, who appeared in this age of Kali as Gaura. Now, by Srila Prabhupada's mercy, Gaur Nitai was also there in Ayodhya, and Ram Lala also appeared there in Ayodhya. And this line mentions that only. Ram Lala appeared there in Ayodhya, and Ramchandra is there and Gaurachandra. Both were together at the same time. Srila Prabhupada ki, both were together there at the same time. And I was myself experiencing all these things. I happened to read this purport, and I happened to speak on this, and I happened to be an instrument in getting Gaurnitai there because it was some of the Bhiwandi temple which was involved to get the cart, Gaurnitai cart to Ayodhya. And Prabhupada also writes there. It's the blessings of Ramchandra who appears in the age as Gaurachandra, Gaurasundar. And both were there in Ayodhya when we were there and doing Sankirtan. So that was a very, very, special experience which I had, and I really feel that it is an historic moment. And it is said, no, uh, among all the yugas, Kali Yuga is the worst, right? Prabhupada writes here, full of faults, and still, although Kali Yuga is full of faults, if the people of this age, if the people take up the Sankirtan movement and chant Hare Krishna mantra, Hare Rama, they will be certainly be free from entire Kali Yuga. People of this age will be the people are very Satyuga and Gule. Anyone who okay, yeah, it is up. Among the four yugas, Satya, Treta, and Dwapara, the Kali Yuga is the worst. Kali Yuga is the worst. But then it is also mentioned that Satyuga is golden. It is mentioned down. People in this age will be happy as people were in the Satyuga, the golden age. And we also are very fortunate because it is mentioned in the scriptures. Then when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes, that Kali Yuga becomes Swarna Kali, golden. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes, that Kali Yuga becomes Swarna Kali. And it so happens that yesterday we celebrated the appearance of Advaita Acharya. Appearance Advaita Acharya, who happens to be the instrument in making Lord appear. Huh? It was the prayers of Advaita Acharya. It was yesterday we celebrated the um, appearance day of Advaita Acharya. It was he who made Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appear. I was reading a little bit about Advaita Acharya's pastimes today. So it is mentioned uh, that before the appearance of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, before the appearance of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, already the teachings of Bhagavad Gita were being lost or being followed just for namesake, just for namesake, and it had become like a cult. People would read the Gita and Bhagavatam, and they would be more interested. Even Vaishnavas, they would be more interested in debating on the Sanskrit verses and playing with the verses and proving who's more scholarly. Amongst them, the Brahman communities will be the tops, and they would also create name Divedi, Trivedi, Chaturvedi. Those are more scholar. They would add this behind their names, And it was just a scholarly debate on the verses of Bhagavatam and the Bhagavad Gita. That is what was going on before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared. And the whole teaching of Bhagavad Gita was almost compromised, lost, or superficially followed, or scholarly debated. That was the situation among the Vaishnavas. And amongst the whole country, Navadip. Navadip was a very scholarly place and where Vaishnavas were living also. Banaras, Navadip, these are all places where devotees would live, or different spiritual practices would live. And Advaita Acharya, it is said Advaita Acharya, Jagannath Mishra, Sita Thakurani, Sachi Mata, they all appeared before Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared. Before Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared. And Advaita Acharya was born at Shantipur, and his family, his mother and father were very devoted. And then Advaita Acharya grew up and he read Bhagavatam. He got trained up there in Shantipur only, and he was preaching pure Vaishnava philosophy at that time. The only one person who was preaching pure Vaishnava philosophy at that time was Advaita Acharya. And all the sincere Vaishnavas, they actually took shelter of the house of Advaita Acharya at Shantipur. There's a beautiful ditty of Madan Gopal over there in Shantipur. And also you can go and see the Shaligram Shila with actually Advaita Acharya worshipped. He lived there. It was very great emotion. There's a beautiful verses in Chaitanya Charitamrita which actually describes about the uh, feelings of Advaita Acharya and his prayers. We'll sing those verses. Few verses we'll sing. Then I'll read the meaning of it. Adilila, 13th chapter, verse 66. It's beautiful verses describing this whole pastime of Vaishnavas coming to the house of Advaita Acharya and Advaita Acharya feeling the pain. 1366. 13.66, no? Tandra Sange Ananda Kori Vaishnavera Gana Tandra Sange Ananda Kori Vaishnavera Gana Krishna Katha Krishna Puja Nama Sankirtana Krishna Puja Nama Sankirtana Kintu Sarva Lokha Dekhi Krishna Bahir Mukha Kintu Seva Krishna Devi Krishna Bahir Mukha Vishayani Magna Lokha Dekhi Paya Dukha देखी पाया दुख लोकेरा निस्तार हेतु करे न चिंतन केमते ए सब लोकेरा हाई बेतारन कृष्ण अवतारी कारणे भक्तिर विस्तार भक्तिर विस्तार तबे तो सकल लोकेरा हाई बे निस्तार कृष्ण अवतारी दये आचार्य प्रतिज्ञा करिया कृष्ण पूजा करे तुलसी गंगा जल दिया कृष्णेरा आह्वान करे साघन हुंकार हुंकारेरा आकृष्ट हইলা ब्रजेंद्र कुमार ब्रजेंद्र कुमार हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 राम हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा राम राम हरे हरे. Translation. In the house of Advaita Acharya, all the Vaishnavas took pleasure in always talking of Krishna, always worshipping Krishna, and always chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. But Srila Advaita Acharya felt pain to see all the people without Krishna consciousness simply merging into material sense enjoyment. Seeing the condition of the world, he began to think seriously how all these people would be delivered from the clutches of Maya. Srila Advaita Acharya Prabhu thought, if Krishna himself appears in order to distribute the cult of devotional service, then only will liberation be possible for all people. With this consideration, Advaita Acharya, promising to cause Krishna to descend, began to worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna with tulsi leaves and water of Ganges. By loud cry, he invited Krishna to appear. And this repeated invitation attracted Krishna to descend. It is used the word hunkar. Is it hunkar? So, as I was mentioning, this is vividly described in Chaitanya Charitamrita how Advaita Acharya is the one, because Lord's manifestation is always is already destinated already. But then there is an external reason, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu already has an external internal reason to manifest. But to physically Lord to appear, the manifestation of the period was the cry of Advaita Acharya. And what was the cry? The cry of a Vaishnava's heart. Vaishnava, it is said, Srila Prabhupada mentioned that, or our Vaishnava Acharyas, Prabhupada mentioned that the essence of the Vedas is the Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. And the essence of the Bhagavatam is the Vaishnava Bhajan. Srila Prabhupada mentioned. Why? In the Vaishnava Bhajans, Vaishnavas are crying their hearts out. And two things they do. One thing is they always, pray to the Lord and cry about their material situation. And second thing is they are always concerned about the people of this world going to hell deprived of Krishna consciousness. The two kind of sadhakas. One is worried about the world, another is crying about themselves. And together, when it comes together, that's a preacher. That's our acharyas. So Srila Prabhupada says, and I've heard so many times from Gaur Govind Maharaj, that a Vaishnava's heart bleeds. Why does it heart bleeds? His heart bleeds that people are going to hell. People are going to hell. Because for us also, we also have a little experience, when we become devotees and get a little fixed up and spend some years in Krishna consciousness, it is very easy to see how people in the material world are suffering because of deprived of the philosophy. Correct? People want to kill each other, people want to burn each other, people are just envious, people are struggling with envy and ego. So much, it is such a suffering. It is such a suffering. And it is not that Vaishnavas, it is not that you have to see that there is some, mercilessly killing happening. The Vaishnava sees the killing of the soul, the killing of the soul. So that is why when Advaita Acharya saw that people are just deprived from Krishna consciousness, he felt great pain and he felt very helpless. He felt very, very helpless. Though he was preaching devotees, though devotees were coming to his house and there was Krishna Katha going on, but that was very limited. Only Vaishnavas. Otherwise, the whole crowd was going to hell in wholesale. And that was bleeding his heart. So he said, only if Krishna appears, something can happen. And it is said that he and Haridas Thakur, they would go on the bank of Ganga, and that Shaligram Shila, if you go to Shanti, how many of you seen that in Shantipur? The Shila is still there. If you go in Shantipur, the Shila is big Shila, this big Shila. It is there. He was putting tulsi with chandan on that Shaligram Shila and offering water and chanting and crying. And it is said that his hunkar, the cry, it crossed the material sky, entered the spiritual sky, and made Krishna that I have to go now. It has come the time that I have to go now. And Lord Krishna, as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I read in the purport today actually, it is mentioned in the verse, Hunkara Akrishta Hoila Vrajendra Nandan. It is said, but Prabhupada writes that it went to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In the Golok, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is also there. It went to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Most attractive. Prabhupada writes that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is more attractive because Radha Krishna are attractive, isn't it true? You see our Radha Ras Bihari, so attractive. They both are too attractive, but when they both are together, it becomes more attractive. So they both come together in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. More attractive. Very, very attractive. Both of them together. You see them separately, they are so attractive. If they come together, how much attractive? That is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Advaita Acharya, he made Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appear. So that is why he's very, very special. And a lot of beautiful teachings are there because Chaitanya Charitamrit and this Gaudiya Vaishnava Dhara, it is actually called the most, बोलते ना, uh, we calculate opulence like Antilla, isn't it true? Antilla, 5,000 करोड़ का घर है, opulence, घर के अंदर सब कुछ है, 200 गाड़ियां है, all सब गाड़ियां, like that, yeah, opulence, uh, that opulence, but there is spiritual opulence, spiritual opulence. If a devotee has to understand spiritual opulence, he has to read Chaitanya Charitamrita. That is where you understand spiritual opulence because it is full of etiquette, full of discipline, culture, and Vaishnava etiquette, dealings, Vaishnava dealings. It's full of that. And not only that, festivals, preparation of the festivals, offering bhoga, it was all there. If you read Chaitanya Charitamrita, when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appears, it is said that in the verses Chaitanya Bhagavat says, it was so difficult to find out who has appeared. And Vrindavan Das Thakur writes that Sita Thakurani, Advaita Acharya, all the Vaishnavas, they were coming. Srivas Thakur, all were coming. But it also appeared that even the demigods were taking the form of human beings and taking the opportunity to push themselves inside the celebration of Lord Chaitanya's appearance. And there Sita Thakurani, the wife of Advaita Acharya, she goes like the main queen. And she goes and sees Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And she sees the place where he has appeared. And she names him Nimai. She gives him the name Nimai Pandit. And then there is a description in this section of Chaitanya Charitamrita that how the elderly ladies, they would help the new mothers in the village. That's the culture. So Sita Thakurani, she was already elder to Sachi Mata. So quite elder to Sachi Mata. So she came from Shantipur. If you go to this Yoga Pit, from ahead of Yoga Pit is Shiva Sangan. Within Shiva Sangan, there is Advaita Vat. So it is said after Mahaprabhu was born, for some time, Chaitanya, Advaita Acharya and Sita Thakurani, they stayed there. And Sita Thakurani, she used to actually help Sachi Mata to take care of little Nimai. Take care of little Nimai. And then there's a beautiful description how she would guide and how her, actually in Chaitanya Charitamrita, her and Chaitanya Vrindavan Das Thakur also write, her entrance to the house is only very beautifully described. Sita Thakurani, she comes in the palanquin and so many gifts. Actually, there are few verses mentioning what all she brought with her. She brought with her, and then it is mentioned that it was very difficult to find out demigods. It appears the demigods are also trying to sneak in to be a part of this ceremony. And then she names him Nimai Pandit. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was very, very, as he grew up, as Nimai Pandit, there is no much description because as Nimai Pandit, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is a naughty coward boy kind of. Nimai Pandit, as Nimai Pandit, he was very coward boy kind of, very naughty. He would go to a Sanskrit school, and then he would make some Sanskrit verses, and then play with the boys, and then argue with them, and then in an argument Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he would defeat the boys by giving his explanation, and then later he would defeat his own explanations also. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Gadadhar Pandit, it is mentioned Gadadhar Pandit was also there. And Gadadhar Pandit from the very beginning was very serious. So it so happened that sometimes Gadadhar Pandit used to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu from far away change his path only. Because he was Nimai Pandit at that time more interested in Sanskrit arguments. Sanskrit arguments. So Gadadhar Pandit used to always go away from there, didn't want to argue with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Sanskrit as a Pandit, but used to always pray when will Nimai start preaching. And Advaita Acharya was a disciple of Madhavendra Puri. Madhavendra Puri. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he took initiation from Ishwarapuri. And Ishwarapuri and Advaita Acharya, they both were god brothers. They got brother. That means for Ishwarapuri's god brother is Advaita Acharya. That means Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's guru's, his own spiritual master, Ishwarapuri's god brother he is. So he's as good as his own spiritual master. So Advaita Acharya, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to be very, very respectful in his presence, very, very cautious. And when he went to Gaya and came back, met Advaita Acharya, beautiful description is that how Ishwarapuri comes to Mayapur, Mayapur, Navdeep, and he speaks Bhagavatam. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gets very influenced. Then he goes to Gaya and he meets Ishwarapuri for the second time. And this time he gets initiated, and then he comes back and he starts the Sankirtan mission. When he starts the Sankirtan mission, he's become very serious and very respectful. Very, very serious and and more cautious about Advaita Acharya's presence. And this was giving a lot of pain to Advaita Acharya. This was giving a lot of pain to Advaita because he wanted Lord to accept him as a servant. He wanted Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to accept him as a servant and guide him and correct him. But Advaita Acharya would Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to stand up and be very cautious on his presence. So this was becoming a very, very big pain in the heart of Advaita Acharya. So one day at Shantipur, Advaita Acharya started preaching bogus philosophies, Karma Kanda, Mayavad, like that it is mentioned. And there was a big crowd coming to hear that. And the news went to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that Advaita Acharya is preaching like this. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu could not believe it, because I too came because of him. And how is he doing this? So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu first did not believe and wanted to himself see. So he angrily came there and saw a big assembly at Shantipur and Advaita Acharya is preaching. And he heard he is preaching bogus philosophy. Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he went there and caught the collar of Advaita Acharya and dragged him out of the house. Immediately Haridas Thakur was sitting there. He stood up and started chanting Krishna, 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 Krishna in one side. And Mahaprabhu dragged him, pulled him on the floor, got him out of the house and started beating him. That you made me come, and you are doing this now. And Advaita Acharya, like a madman, is dancing. And Mahaprabhu is beating. And Sita Thakurani comes running there. And she tries to hold him that he will die, please don't beat him. He may die, he is old man, he may leave his body. And Mahaprabhu is beating, and Haridas Thakur is shivering and chanting Krishna, 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 Krishna on one side. And Advaita Acharya is dancing in ecstasy that he got the mercy now. It is very difficult. Srila Gaur Maharaj says that very nice. He mentioned that when I heard this from Gaur Maharaj, I understood this is so important to be corrected. Gaur Maharaj mentions in one lecture that if you are not corrected and chastised by your spiritual authorities, that means you are still being cheated. You are still being cheated. Until that relation of surrender is not there where you can be corrected, you are holding on to many of the things and wanting to be cheated. When I heard this, then I could relate. Oh wow, Advaita Acharya wanted the mercy, he wanted correction, he wanted chastisement. Today, if you tell, hey, karke kisko bol dete, he will like someone. If you preach for some nice, see, generally when we preach initially, we preach very nicely, and later on, you say, why are you going this? Who told you to do that? Did you take permission? You know, we get into all this later. First is the Taylor movie, something else only. You know? But that is the essence. This pastime proves us that is the essence. That is actually the essence. So, so Nityananda Prabhu is also, because we are approaching Nityananda Triyodashi. There are beautiful pastime between Nityananda Prabhu, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Advaita Acharya at Shantipur. Of course, there is beautiful verses. When Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he inaugurated the Sankirtan mission, and he was always dancing, chanting, but by then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he also had his Patshala, Nimai Patshala, where he used to teach Sanskrit. He had his own Patshala and where he used to teach Sanskrit. But after he met Ishwarapuri at Gaya, when he came back, he was a different person. He was always absorbed in Krishna Prem, feeling separation from Vrindavan Dham, feeling separation from Krishna and his devotees. He was always in this absorption, always absorbed. You know, sitting here, he would hear something about Krishna and just go into that era and be as if he's in Vrindavan like that. You in Chaitanya Chaitamrita, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu goes to South India, he meets this uh, Brahman in Srirangam. You know this? He meets a Brahman in Srirangam. You ever heard the story? Mahaprabhu meets the Brahman there. Huh? No, no. He's Ram Bhakta. So he invites Chaitanya Mahaprabhu means, see, you can 7, 8 feet. You know, you know, see, the Matajis are very attracted to gold. You know, you imagine that 8 feet gold pillar dancing. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when you dance, it was a golden form, golden avatar. He would be dancing and people would be just becoming devotees just by seeing him dancing. Tears would flow and people were just, and Mahaprabhu was in Srirangam dancing like this. Everyone, just by seeing him, children, women, elderly, widows, all becoming devotees just by seeing him, tears coming from their eyes. So then with this Vipra Brahman, he saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He invited him for home for lunch. Of course, this is different pastime I got into. Briefly say. So he invited Mahaprabhu. So when he invited Mahaprabhu, so Mahaprabhu took bath in Kaveri river and went at 12 o'clock and he saw nothing is there. Because that hut was small hut and everything was visible in that same room only. So he saw that stove, gas was not there again. Stove also was not there, but his vessels and everything was there, but no food. So Mahaprabhu, and he was not even talking, he's sitting seriously, absorbed in something else. Mahaprabhu sitting there, he saw Mahaprabhu and got absorbed in something. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sat there for some time and saw that there is no food, and this fellow saw me and did not recognize me also. What happened? So Mahaprabhu asked him, Bhai, I have come on time. Where is Bhoga? So he said, in jungle it's not so easy to get everything. Mahaprabhu was shocked. But he said, it's the time for lunch. See, we are in jungle. Lakshman has already gone. When he'll get some roots and fruits, Devi Sita will cook, then only we can eat. So Mahaprabhu become very happy. Because that was also Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mood. He also was absorbed and he saw this Ram Bhakta. He is sitting in Srirangam, but he has gone into Treta Yug. He's already gone into Treta Yug where Lord Rama is sitting there already. So Mahaprabhu said, "Arey, kya hai? What will I eat? He is already late, already took bath and his lunch time is there." So he said, Sita Thakurani will bring, Lakshman will get the Kandamul and Sita Thakurani will cook and then we can eat. So somehow the Mahaprabhu preached to him that already it has come, see it is there in that vessel. He had the bhoga in his room. So Mahaprabhu yaste veste karilo, Mahaprabhu preached him and somehow that Mahaprabhu got his lunch. After Mahaprabhu ate his lunch, he saw he is sitting depressed now. Mahaprabhu asked him, I ate, now why don't you eat? And then this Brahman said, how can I eat? Ravana, Ravana, he actually has kidnapped Mother Sita. And just thinking that Ravana has touched Mother Sita, I feel that I should give up my body today only. Mahaprabhu got very tensed. And then these Brahmana Vipra started crying deeply, as if really Mother Sita is kidnapped. right now. And as if, he's very much in pain, and Ram and Lakshmana are searching Mother Sita. His Rama is pain, Sita Devi is pain. Why should he live seeing this? He should give up his body. Then Mahaprabhu said, "Hey, wait, wait, wait." He said, "That is not Sita, that is Chaya Sita, Maya Sita. You don't know what happened. Just before that, Lord Ramchandra offered Mother Sita to enter in fire, and Sita stayed with goddess fire, and Chaya Sita, Maya Sita saying, Ravana actually kidnapped that. Why don't you eat?" And then the Vipra came out from his. Similarly, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also very often used to get into it. So he was having this Brahmin school, Pandit school. So one day, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he got deep into Krishna Lila, Braj Viraha, and he actually completely being absorbed in Krishna that whole day, that whole day, all the chapters of his Sanskrit school, he concluded everything to be Krishna. Everything, goal of life is to serve Krishna, chant Krishna's holy name, and always be absorbed in service of Krishna. Everything he explained like this, being totally absorbed in Vrindavan. So his students, by the time it was evening, and he came out of his bhav, and then he said that, "I think I have lost my qualification to run this school anymore. So from today onwards, I stop my pathshala." Then the disciple said, "We have we have no reason to go study anywhere now, because today whole day you concluded us. What is the goal of life?" And they joined the Sankirtan mission. The school was closed down, and they all joined the Sankirtan mission with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Mahaprabhu used to be absorbed like this in time, or very often. So one day, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he decided that there is no point of living here. I will go to Vrindavan, where my Krishna is, where the gopis are. In this bhav, in the mood of Srimati Radharani, he was towards Vrindavan, running towards Vrindavan. Now Nityananda Prabhu, he was very concerned. Arey, how is it practical to run like this to Vrindavan? He has taken sannyas by now. So when he takes, when he runs towards Nityananda Prabhu, he directs him towards the bank of Ganga. Diverts him towards the bank of Ganga. And there was some small boys playing, and there was uh, Nityananda Prabhu, Mukunda, Chandrasekhar. No, I forgot the name. So he goes ahead, and Nityananda Prabhu makes an arrangement. There were some boys playing in the bank of Ganga. So Nityananda Prabhu tells them that, look, this man will come, he will appear a little mad, and he will ask you, where is Vrindavan? You direct him towards the bank of Ganga only. And you tell them that as soon as you cross and reach the bank of Ganga, you will see Yamuna there. You direct him like this. So Mahaprabhu came there, he asked the boys, which way to go to Vrindavan? Which is the way to go to Vrindavan? So the boys, as suggested by Nityananda Prabhu, they showed him the direction. This way, if you go straight towards, you will reach to the bank of Yamuna. And on the bank of Yamuna, if you go straight, you will reach Vrindavan. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he reaches, running, he reaches on the bank. And he rolls down on the dust, thinking, Yamuna, 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 Krishna, remembering all Krishna's pastime. He rolls on the dust there. And then he goes inside and takes bath in Yamuna. And Mahaprabhu doesn't have anything. He just has one gamcha and kupin. Not the second kupin also to wear. And Mahaprabhu goes into the water that takes bath. He's waiting now how to go out. What to wear after going out. By that time, on the bank of Ganga is the house of Advaita Acharya. Advaita Acharya arrives there in his boat. Advaita Acharya arrives there in his boat. And then Mahaprabhu, completely absorbed in Vrindavan, he sees Advaita Acharya coming from there, along with Haridas Thakur. And Mahaprabhu looks at Advaita Acharya. And Mahaprabhu tells him, Advaita, when did you come to Vrindavan? When did you come to Vrindavan? Advaita Acharya says, Prabhu, this is not Vrindavan, this is Shantipur. And Mahaprabhu becomes very upset. looks at angrily and Nityananda, he's not there only. He's already in the Shantipur house of Advaita Acharya. And then Mahaprabhu requests Advaita Acharya. Mahaprabhu requests Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that you please come home and you please come home and you stay here in my house since you have come here. And Mahaprabhu, very, very, of course, Nityananda Prabhu already told Advaita Acharya, this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, without even thinking, he has wet himself. He doesn't have second pair of clothes. You carry another gamcha and kupin. So he's in the Ganga. Advaita Acharya gives him gamcha and kupin. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes out, wears that, and then goes. So when he goes there to Shantipur, Sita Thakurani, she actually does bhoga preparation, big feast. And I just wanted you all to see the beautiful narration of the feast of the house of Advaita Acharya when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes. And in Chaitanya Charitamrita, what is a feast in the house of Advaita Acharya? How detailed the preparation of food is mentioned. It is there in Chaitanya Charitamrita. In this verse, we'll not sing, but we'll read them. Uh, Third chapter, Madhya. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila, third chapter. Hmm. Advaita Acharya says in the 38th verse, 38th verse. You see, it is mentioned, Advaita Acharya said, you have been fasting continuously for 3 days. In your ecstasy of love for Krishna, I therefore invite you to my home where you can kindly share your arms. Come with me to my residence. Advaita Acharya continued, at my home, I have just cooked the one palm full of rice. The vegetables are always very simple and there is no luxurious cooking. Simply little liquid and spinach. Saying this, Advaita Acharya took the Lord into the boat and brought the Lord to his residence. There, Advaita Acharya washed the feet of the Lord and consequently very happy within, and was consequently very happy with him. After the eatables were first cooked by his wife of Advaita Acharya, then Srila Advaita Acharya personally offered everything to Lord Vishnu. All the preparation was divided into three equal parts. This is a nice detailed description, you see. One part was arranged on a metal plate for the offering of Lord Krishna. On the three divisions, one was arranged on a metal plate and the other two were arranged on plantain leaves. These leaves were not bifurcated by, and they were taken from a banana tree that held and at least 24 bunches of bananas. The two plates were filled very nicely with the kinds of food described below. Now you see the description. Sita Thakurani is cooking. The cooked rice was stacked in a very fine grains nicely cooked, and in the middle was yellow clarified butter from the milk of cows. Surrounding the stack of rice were pots made of the skins of banana trees, and and in these pots were varieties of vegetables and moong dal. Maybe it is what we call dalma kind of. Among the cooked vegetables were pottles, squash, man, manakachu. You must be knowing, no, Mataji? And a salad, huh? Arvi, okay. Salad made with I have only one Bengali here, no? Any other Bengali? Okay. Pieces of ginger and variety of type of spinach. There was shukta, bitter melon mixed with all kind of vegetables, defying the taste of the nectar. There were five types of bitter and pungent shuktas. Among the various vegetables were newly grown leaves of nimba tree fried with eggplant. The fruit known as potol. Potol is padwal, no? Padwal. Was fried with phula, full body, and a kind of dal preparation first smashed and then dried in the sun. There was also a preparation known as kushamanda mana chaki. The preparation made with coconut pulp mixed with curd and rock candy was very sweet. There was a curry made of banana flour and squash boiled in milk, all in great quantity. There were small cakes in sweet and sour sauce and five or six type of sour preparation. All the vegetables were made that everyone present could take prasadam. There were soft cakes made of moong dal, soft cakes made of ripe bananas, soft cakes made with urad dal, and there is no maida mentioned. Huh? There were various kind of sweet meat, condensed milk mixed with rice cakes in coconut preparation. Every kind of cake desirable. All the vegetable was served in pots made of banana leaves taken from the trees, producing at least 32 bunches of bananas. And these pots were very strong and big and did not tilt or totter. All around three eating places were hundred pots filled with various kinds of vegetables. Along with the various vegetables was sweet rice mixed with ghee. This was kept in the new earthen pot. Earthen pots filled with highly condensed milk were placed in three places. If you can go on, this is such a description. And Advaita Acharya offers this bhoga, and Lord Nityananda Prabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he offers them. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very happy. Of course, in the down verses it is said, after everything, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very happy, philosophically accepted, description he accepted the way of cooking and everything, and then Mahaprabhu tells to Advaita Acharya. Advaita Acharya. Okay, yeah. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, 74 verse. 73. Advaita Acharya then requested the Lord to simply accept the prasadam without pretense. If he could not eat it all, the balance could be left on the plate. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, I will not be able to eat so much food, and it is not the duty of a sannyasi to leave remnants. In this connection, Advaita Acharya referred to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's eating at Jagannath Puri. Lord Jagannath and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are identical. Advaita Acharya pointed out that at Jagannath Puri, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ate 54 times 54 times a day, and each time he ate many hundreds of pots of food. You can imagine Jagannath Puri those days, what offering was that? It is mentioned in Chaitanya Charitamrita. And Advaita Acharya said the amount of food that three people can eat does not constitute even a morsel for you. This proportion that these edibles are not even 5 morsels of food for you. Advaita Acharya continued, by the great fortune you have just come to my home, please do not juggle words. Just begin eating and do not talk. So this was a beautiful relationship which is mentioned in Chaitanya Charitamrita. And as I was mentioning, the whole Vaishnava culture, you can see in Chaitanya Charitamrita, the preparation of food. How a feast, one occasion we had, seen a proper Vaishnava Bengali lady cooking is Atul Krishna Prabhu's wife. Anyone has eaten in his house? You have to practically take the plate and put it on your head. Until then, she will not stop. You take the plate. I did that. I took my plate and Mata just, no, I cannot eat now. But she had at least 17, it is 8, 9 types of sabjis. 8, 9, 10, 10 types of sabjis. And you eat and she's serving. You eat and she's serving. You're not finished, she's serving. You have to take your plate and practically like put my plate up like this. I saw Atul Krishna Prabhuji, I cannot eat so much. Atul Krishna Prabhu, I cannot help it, like that. So anyway, that was something I experienced, and this is something when I read, I was very impressed to say this. And Advaita Acharya Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he mentions very beautiful verses are there, and I'll connect it to something to Srila Prabhupada. You can open Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Lila, verse number 6, chapter, verse 35. Adi Lila. यांड्रा द्वारा कोयले प्रभु कीर्तन प्रचार यांड्रा कोयले प्रभु कीर्तन प्रचार यांड्रा द्वारा कोयले प्रभु जगत निस्तार आचार्य गोसाई गुण महिमा अपार जीव कित खोताय पाइबे कातार पार जीव कित खोताय पाइबे तार पार आचार्य गोसाई चैतन्य मुख्य अंग आर एक अंग तांड्र प्रभु नित्यानंद प्रभु नित्यानंद. It is through him, Advaita Acharya, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spread the Sankirtan movement, and through him that he delivered the world. The glory and attributes of Advaita Acharya is unlimited. How can the insignificant living entities fathom them? Sri Advaita Acharya is the principal limb of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Another limb of the Lord is Nityananda Prabhu. There's a very beautiful pastime of Srila Prabhupada in connection to Shantipur. I will just tell that. So it is said at one point after ISKCON was established, Jayapataka Maharaj told this in 2003, 4. I heard it personally from him this past time. He said that at one point after ISKCON was established, in one of the festivals of Gaur Purnima, devotees had gone, or not Gaur Purnima festival, devotees had gone to visit Shantipur. This is I think late 70s, 79 or 80, somewhere, or early 80s. And the Pujari there, you know the story. The Pujari there, he saw the BTG magazine, because Bengali books, not many were there, no Bengali books were there. He saw the BTG magazine, the Pujari of Shantipur, and he saw the photo of Srila Prabhupada. And he got in ecstasy, and he saw these Western disciples had gone for darshan and they were doing kirtan. And he saw Prabhupada's photo and he started shouting in Bengali that he has done it. He has done it. So then they were all shocked that why is in so much ecstasy being photo of Srila Prabhupada. Then he told the story, which is actually printed in one of the BTGs. He told the story that this person used to come in the 40s and the 50s to Shantipur. Shantipur was very secluded. Even now, if you go, the Shantipur Advaita Acharya Mandir is a secluded place. Even now, if you go. So he said he used to come here and chant. Initially, he used to come in white dhoti kurta and sit there an hour. Morning, he would come until night, he would chant. And he would be very deeply chanting and crying. And he would come very often and chant, continuously chant. And then suddenly, I didn't see him for some years. Then again, I saw him now in sannyas dress. In sannyas dress, he came here and he was chanting very deeply and crying with tears in his eyes. So at one point I asked him that why are you crying and why is you so much in pain in your heart? So he said that my name is A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. Prabhupada's initial sannyas name was Bhaktivedanta Swami, Abhay Charanaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami. So he said, my name is Abhay Charanaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami, and my great spiritual master, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj, Prabhupada, he has given me the instruction to spread the message of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu into the Western world. And I find myself very, very incapable to do that. I find myself very, very incapable to do that. How will I go there and preach there in the Western world? And I'm not feeling, and only my spiritual master order is there. And whenever I'm thinking about his order, I feel like coming here and praying and crying to Advaita Acharya. Because in this place, Haridas Thakur, Nityananda, and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they eternally reside. So seeking their mercy, I come and pray. And Srila Prabhupada was crying, explaining to this Pujari. And then, he said that, then after that, at one point he came and he was chanting and he gave him some Mahaprasad. And he told me that I have got a ticket on a cargo ship and I am going to America to fulfill the mission of my spiritual master. But I find myself completely unqualified and incapable. And he was crying while saying this and he left. He said, I never saw him again. But today I saw you all with this. And I have understood that he has got the mercy of Advaita Acharya, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu for coming here, praying and crying and asking for their mercy. While I was reading this pastime, I came across this verse. Yanha dwara koile Prabhu Kirtana prachara Yanha dwara koile Prabhu Jagata nistara. It is through him, Advaita Acharya Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spread the Sankirtan movement. Through him, he delivered the world. So one way, if you see, Srila Prabhupada, he was the one who became the instrument of spreading this Sankirtan around the world, and you took blessings of Advaita Acharya before going for that mission. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is mentioning here that through him, means Advaita Acharya, I am spreading this Sankirtan and he will deliver the world. And Srila Prabhupada takes blessings of Advaita Acharya before going to America. So in that way, it is Srila Prabhupada in one way indirectly mentioned in this verse. Srila Prabhupada ki, Sri Advaita Acharya ki. So, We are having very beautiful festival starting again with Advaita Acharya's appearance. Very soon Nityananda Mahaprabhu will appear, and then Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will appear. Nityananda Prabhu, the what to speak, when Jagai was beating him, blood was flowing from his head, blood was flowing, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he came there and immediately removed his Sudarshan Chakra, and he wanted to cut off the head of Madai right there, right, Madai, yes, Madai. And Lord Nityananda Prabhu, he fell at the feet of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, crying with blood. It said blood was flowing, and Nityananda Prabhu was holding the feet of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he was crying. First, so before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, Nityananda Prabhu told Madai, at least now your heart is satisfied that you bet me, at least now you chant. He said, at least now you chant the holy name. Huh? But then when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, Madai started shivering and he was crying. And Nityananda Prabhu caught the feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and he requested, he first alerted him that, my Lord, if you kill Madai, then you will have to kill everyone in Kali Yuga. Because everyone is Jagai Madai. Everyone is Jagai Madai. And how will your glories spread? I am telling him to chant so that your glory spread. So Madai also immediately takes shelter of Nityananda Prabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And by the request of Nityananda Prabhu, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted and gave mercy to Jagai and Madai. And Srila Prabhupada writes, in many occasions, Srila Prabhupada mentions, and at one occasion, I don't remember the exact past time, Srila Prabhupada was very, very disturbed as one of his disciples breaking regulative principle, doing very serious mistakes. And another few disciples who were sannyasis and strong leaders, following the rules and regulations strictly, they wanted Srila Prabhupada to act in a certain way against that devotee. Srila Prabhupada acted partially and did not act it also. It was like that. They were disturbed. Srila Prabhupada was very deep because that devotee had done a lot of services before. So Srila Prabhupada, very deeply in a choked voice, he said, no, I cannot do. I cannot, he mentioned, I cannot disown devotees. And he made the statement on Nityananda Prabhu. He said, because there is no limit to the mercy and forgiveness of Lord Nityananda Prabhu. There is no limit. There is no limit to the forgiveness and mercy of Lord Nityananda. Say Parama Karuna, most merciful Nityananda Prabhu. So very soon we are going to hear about him also. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki. Any questions? So take up Krishna consciousness very seriously. We have so much mercy being in the line of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Vaishnavas always should be paradukha dukhi. We should always, be worried about how we can be an instrument in the mission. By thinking like this, we actually ourselves become very serious. If you think about the problem, it becomes difficult. If you think about serving the Lord in the best possible way, in the most highest way, then your problems become insignificant. It is very important for devotees and Vaishnavas to make your problems small and make your vision and plans to serve and be a devotee very big. So that if your small problems become small and your vision to serve devotees and Krishna and to become more serious is very, very deep and very, very serious, then the problems become small. But if you think about the problem, it will become so big that you will forget you're a devotee. You will forget that you're a devotee. That is why everyone will be in a different situation in our Krishna consciousness. Every individual will be according to your age, according to your background, according to your prarabdha karma, your karma from the past life, according to your karma which you have done in this life. We all are in different situations. We all are in different situations. But we have only one process, the same process. By following that process, we should always become an instrument in the mission of spiritual masters, Srila Prabhupada and Vaishnavas and Lord Chaitanya. If you if you become an instrument, then you don't have your own independence because you're already in the hand of someone else, right? If you become an instrument, do you have your independence? You cannot think why he did with me like this. You don't have that independence because you already are a slave of someone else. How you can say something? You're already in the hands of the mission of the Acharyas. So that should be the goal of life. In some way or other. In some way or other. That should be the goal of life. Then we are, wherever we are, in whatever situation we are, we should be praying and thinking this. And then you see the process of devotional life will become so blissful. Because like Kunti Maharani says, no, she's asking for more pains so that I can remember you. And you see, when you are 16 round and you are doing nice preaching, you like it so much, you feel it's the spiritual glorification is far nectarian than the material possession. अरे प्रभु जी माता जी आप कितने अच्छे हो प्रभु जी आप कितने अच्छे हो people just bow down to you and it is very nice people respecting you and all, but real bliss is you are having difficulties in your material life, and because you want to help yourself out of it, you very seriously chant and pray. You see, that is more blissful, isn't it true? If you are not put into that situation, you don't understand that what devotional process is, until you are put into that situation. And if you're put into that situation and when you pray, and then you can apply the philosophy. I am such a fool. So many times it is mentioned in the scriptures, don't expect anything good in the material world. And here I am suffering, expecting good in the material world. I'm expecting people to good to me. I'm expecting good things to happen to me. I expecting that everything should be fine with me. Cheh, such a foolish thing. That is the root cause of my suffering. You remind yourself this again and again, again and again, again and again. If you can remind yourself this again and again, then you can pray so nicely. Prayers becomes difficult when we are complacent in our spiritual life. I'm offering, following the four regulative, chanting 16 rounds, and all other karmis are so bad. You have to struggle so much to chant also then. So under the guidance of our superiors, we should always take spiritual challenges, because challenges keeps us absorbed, and to achieve that challenges we have to deeply pray. You understand what I'm trying to say? To achieve those challenges we have to deeply pray, and that prayers is the essence. In praying always to the Lord, being humble, being tolerant, being patient. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Amanina manadena. Don't expect any good or respect for you, but respect one and all. And that is how you can chant the Hare Krishna mantra. Otherwise, very difficult. No, you chant, You feel that you're chanting, you're completing. Devotees use the word, I finished my rounds. Yes, you finished it, Finished it. Absolutely finished it, If you want to complete your rounds, then you will focus that I have to be attentive. I want to complete my rounds. Finishing and completing, do different things, So, very, very prayerful, very, very compassionate. Each one of us have to have a responsibility to conduct ourselves in a way that anyone who comes in contact with us should think that why these people are like this. Good, wise, nice, and happy. Why? Isn't it true? They should feel why. That is our individual responsibility. Individually be Krishna conscious. If we do that, then we don't have to think big. We will become instrument in the hand of the mission, in the hand of the spiritual master and Vaishnava Acharyas. That should be our goal. It is not that we all in our situation we cannot do. I am stuck in this situation. What I can do? मैं तो इधर फंस गया हूँ. ऐसा नहीं है. सबसे पहले हमको ये सोचना है कि जानना है कि फंसे तो है, और हमको ये सोचना है निकलना कैसे. We have to think how to get out, not think how I am got stuck. how to get out. And then Krishna will give strength. Krishna will give intelligence. Krishna will give guidance. Krishna will make all arrangements externally. All the arrangements externally also. That this Brahman Patni stories are there in Krishna book, you know. So they heard Krishna and Balram are there. They left their house. They went, offered everything to Krishna. It is said that their husbands and children and in-laws were stopping them. But still they left and they offered everything to Krishna. Krishna ate everything. After that he said, go home. They said, अरे बाबा society rejected us now. हम घर बार छोड़ के आ गए, बच्चे परिवार आपके लिए छोड़ के आ गए और आपने बोला है when you take shelter of you doesn't have to worry about anything, you take care of them. Sanva dharma paita jai mamekam sharanam raja aham tam sarvapami. Krishna says you go home, everything will be taken care. When they go home, husbands and wives and sons are crying. Isn't it true? They are crying that goal of life is to serve Krishna, but we could not understand you all are great devotees. Krishna makes arrangements. We have to just take our risk and challenges. Okay, thank you.